Hi, this is Ritik, your biology subject matter expert from MEMONEET. Today in this video, we will be concentrating of the adoptive radiation from the evolution chapter. So, what do you mean by adoptive radiation? So, adaptive radiation is nothing but is indeed a process through which an organisms diversify and evolve to occupy a different ecological niche as nothing but position after following a major event like mass extinction or the colonization of a new habitat or new habitat. So this leads to a variety of forms and adaptation, allowing the species to thrive in eh, various environments. In general, so if we or anybody, right, we go to a new place, obviously what we are going to do is we will try to adapt to that environment either by altering our clothes condition or the food that we are having, we'll try to adapt to the food that the place where we go. The same thing, the animals, when they move towards the new place, they will try to adapt to that environmental condition, either changing their habitat form or their structure, say like their beak or their feather condition and all. So that is called as adaptive radiation. So as you can see here, that that's a great description of a Darwin observation. Like Darwin, he went to a savage where in one of the island. Okay, so he observed that the Darwin's finches are a classical example of adaptive radiation. So he went to an island called as Galapagos Island. So where he observed certain birds like finch birds, okay. But even though they belongs to the same species, but still, you could observe, like the Darwin could observe different, evolution of the beak pattern here. So they had different shape, they have different size, and they were adopted to their specific diets. That is nothing but specific food and ecological niche. This diversity allowed them to exploit different food sources such as uh, it could be seed, insect, or even fruits. So here you can see the difference or variation with the beak pattern. Those birds which they depend only on leaf, they had this pattern. Insect, so if it is seed, buds as well as fruits, grabs, and a tool using finches, like the one which actually uses tool, nest formation and all. So every finches, they have their different pattern, just like the color and the physics that we do have. Like the South people, they have their own color pattern, they have their own metabolical condition because of the environment where they are living, and the North people, they have their own lifestyle pattern and all because of the environment where they are living. In the same way, the finches also showed a different beak pattern based on the habitat, food habitat and all. So Darwin worked with these finches, helped him formulate his theory on natural selection, illustrating how the species can adapt to the environment over time. The finches remain a key example in evolutionary biology that till today we do take them as an example, demonstrating the process of the speciation and adaptation. Then another example we can take here is, as you can see, one of the example is marsupial radiation. Like there are different, organisms that you are seeing here. Like one is Australian marsupials. Like you can go with kangaroo or koalas, and even there are different animals, right? So here you have wolf, tiger cat, and bandit. Then you have many examples like kangaroo, wombat, and koala. So many organisms, like many animals, right? So they show what type of adaptation here. They are the great example for adaptive radiation in an isolated environment. Isolated in sense that only specific environment. Okay. They got adopted to that environment. So they evolved from the common ancestors. So this all organisms or the animals that you are seeing, right? They have been evolved from what? Common ancestors. But still, okay, they got fit into various form and just they got into various form just to fit into different environmental condition, okay, or ecological role, their ecological role. So this demonstrates how the species can adapt to diverse habitat. So based on that, we have convergent evolution and divergent evolution. So, one hand, the convergent evolution refers to the different species evolving similar trait independently. So, that means convergent evolution. Different species that are showing what? Similar characters here. So they often are responsible to similar environmental challenges. An example would be wing of a bat and birds. So have you seen wing of a bat and birds? Even the bat is mammal and bird is aves. So what happens? Still, the wing is used for flight, right? That is one example, and which developed independently, but serve as what? Same function. So both adoptive radiation and convergent evolution. So they illustrate a dynamic nature of evolution. Adoptive radiation is also like what happens. So they adopt, even though they are of same species, but still adopt differently based on the ecological needs. And in the and the same thing you will see in the convergent evolution, even though they are different organisms, but based on their ecological needs or environmental needs, they have adopted a similar or same pattern of function. So, this is how a species adapted to their environment. Then we have an example that is placental mammals in Australia as one of an example which exhibit the adoptive radiation in evolving into various of such placental mammals, each of which appear to be similar to their corresponding marsupial, that is placental wolf and Tasmanian wolf marsupial. So you can see here that is the placental mammals and Australian marsupials. So what happens here? Yeah, so they are also showing adoptive radiation here. Okay, so even though you can see here that the placental mammals, even though they are from these all animals that you are seeing, even though they are the placental mammals, but still, based on their ecological needs and all, they have been evolved or they have been adopted to that condition. So in this way, adoptive radiation plays a very important role in evolution as well as in natural selection. So this is all about the adoptive radiation. And in the next video, I'll be discussing about the biological evolution. Right. So till now, if you feel any doubt, you can contact me through the message comment section, or else you can also contact me through the Telegram channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share with your friends. Thank you.